crispy breading, and melted cheese. Today, we're making chicken breasts in a special way. We take 2 fresh breasts and carefully cut each one in half so the pieces are the same thickness. Fresh parsley will add an amazing aroma to our marinade. We separate the tender leaves from the tough stems. We won't need those. Now we finely chop the greens with a sharp knife. The finer we chop, the better the parsley will release its flavor and distribute evenly throughout the chicken. Let's clear the cutting board and set up a bowl for the marinade. The base of our marinade is 3 fresh eggs. We add a pinch of salt, next, a pinch of freshly ground pepper for some kick. The chopped parsley will give the chicken special aroma and freshness. Now garlic. We'll press 3 cloves through a garlic press so it distributes evenly and releases all its bright flavor. We scrape off the remaining bits from the press. Nothing goes to waste. We thoroughly mix everything with a whisk. The eggs should completely combine with the chopped herbs and spices. Just a minute of work and the marinade is ready. We place the chicken right into the aromatic mixture. Each piece needs to soak up the flavors well. We carefully mix with tongs so the marinade evenly coats all the fillets. Now, the chicken needs time to absorb the flavors. We let it marinate for 30 minutes. While the chicken marinates, let's prepare the Parmesan for breading. We grate 70 grams of cheese on a fine grater, carefully to get even shavings. Fresh Parmesan will add sharpness to the breading and help create a golden crust. Let's make our aromatic breading mixture. We pour breadcrumbs into a bowl, add the grated Parmesan and garlic powder. With a whisk, we thoroughly mix all the ingredients. Each breadcrumb should be coated with cheese. We get a uniform golden mixture that will turn the chicken into a real restaurant dish. The breading is ready. Let's transfer it to a plate. We pour out the aromatic mixture of breadcrumbs with Parmesan and spread it in an even layer for perfect coating of each piece. The marinated chicken is ready for breading. We take out the first piece with tongs and carefully place it in the aromatic mixture. Now for the most enjoyable part. We coat the fillet with our hands so every millimeter is covered with golden breading. Handwork is exactly what allows us to create a dense, even crust that won't fall off during frying. We transfer the finished piece to a plate. We coat the second fillet just as thoroughly. The Parmesan and breadcrumbs should literally become one with the chicken. We take the last piece from the marinade and repeat the procedure. Look how the meat transforms. From tender pink, it becomes golden and crispy even before frying. All the pieces are ready for the next stage. While the chicken rests, let's work on the side dish. We put a pot on the stove and pour in water. A pinch of salt will dissolve as soon as we turn on the heat. We stir carefully, and the base for perfect pasta is ready. Let's move on to frying the chicken. We put a skillet on the heat and pour in sunflower oil. There should be enough of it. Now, we carefully place the breaded pieces into the heated oil. We lower each piece gently to avoid splashing oil. We position the fillets so the pieces don't touch each other. Each one needs space for even frying. We watch the chicken carefully. As soon as the bottom side gets a rich golden brown color, we carefully flip with tongs. The first piece is ready. Its crust is crispy and aromatic. We remove it to a plate. Next, we take out the second piece. And the third. Now we fry the remaining batch of chicken. We place it in the same skillet where the oil is already infused with the aromas of the breading. Again, we wait for the golden crust and flip. We transfer the finished pieces to join the others. There it is, our chicken in crispy Parmesan breading, golden and incredibly appetizing. While the chicken rests, let's work on the pasta. We lower the pasta into boiling water and carefully stir so nothing sticks together. We heat a skillet with olive oil for the sauce. While the oil heats up, let's work on the onion. We cut it into medium pieces, not too small so we can feel the aromatic chunks in the sauce, but small enough so the onion has time to soften well. Even cutting is the foundation of a delicious tomato sauce. We send the prepared onion straight into the hot skillet. We sauté, stirring until soft and fragrant. 3 garlic cloves go on the cutting board, and we finely chop with a knife. We add the aromatic pieces right to the skillet with the golden onion. We stir quickly. The garlic should release its aroma but not burn. Now we add the tomato paste, a whole cup of thick base for our sauce. We carefully scrape all the remaining bits from the cup so nothing goes to waste. We thoroughly mix with a spatula, distributing the paste throughout the skillet. We continue stirring. The paste should evenly combine with the onion and garlic. We season the sauce with salt and freshly ground pepper. The flavor foundation is being laid right now. We add ground coriander for subtle spice, followed by dried oregano, which will enhance the tomato flavor. We mix everything thoroughly so the spices distribute evenly throughout the sauce. The final touch, a teaspoon of sugar, which will soften the tomato acidity and balance the flavor. We carefully spread the sauce across the entire skillet. Now it's ready to become the base for our dish. Let's make the final touch. We take mozzarella and grate it on a coarse grater. Look at these appetizing strips we're getting. This cheese will create that stretchy, golden crust that makes the dish truly Italian. We carefully transfer the finished fillets to a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. Tongs help preserve all this beautiful, crispy breading intact. Now we generously cover each piece with aromatic tomato sauce. We distribute it evenly with a spoon. Let the sauce soak into the top part, but not flood all the golden crust we worked so hard to create. We generously sprinkle with mozzarella. This cheese will give us that stretchiness and tenderness that goes so well with crispy breading. Next comes the Parmesan. It will add a sharp, salty note. Now we're putting it in the oven. Perfect! We garnish with fresh parsley. Time to serve. We plate the appetizing chicken with crispy crust right on the plate. Next to it, we arrange the tender spiral pasta, which will perfectly absorb all the aromas. And the finishing touch? We generously sprinkle the pasta with grated cheese, which will slightly melt from the heat of the dish. We get a true Italian treat. Juicy chicken and golden breading, aromatic pasta, and melted cheese create perfect harmony of flavors on the plate. Here's our result. The appetizing dish is ready. The first cut shows how juicy the chicken turned out under the crispy crust. The meat is tender, infused with marinade aromas, and the Parmesan breading created the perfect golden shell. Each piece literally melts on the fork, keeping all the juices inside. That's all for now. I hope you enjoyed the recipe. See you soon!